All right. So here, since I'm actually recording everything, I'm just gonna give you whoever's talking is just gonna go ahead and so tell me about yourself.
Let's see. My name is Tracy. Tracy Kroon. I go by Tracy Nicole Collection. That's my website name, but it's not active right now because I wanted to work on my skill set, rebrand, and just learn more. And so Tracy Nicole is my Instagram and all that stuff, right? So I've been doing photography freelance.
Yes.
So it's not my 9 to 5. For about 10 years. Okay. And so I've been trying to find my niche. I enjoy some events, not everything. I enjoy doing portraits. I enjoy doing, just engaging with people and making them feel good during the process. So that's what I enjoy the most. Part of me stopped because I didn't like the money part of it because it changes. It seemed to change things when people because there's different demands.
Yes.
So I just said I'm gonna just do it because I love it because I just enjoy doing it. And then I have those moments where I'm really in the flow, and when I am taking photos, I don't think about anything else but the photo.
Yes.
I'm really in my zone. It just gives me joy.
Yeah.
So
that's good. That's good. And so you don't have a niche yet.
I think I do, but I think it keeps changing, and I think this has a lot to do with social media, unfortunately, because I will look at someone's work, and out there, I love your work, and then I love other artists' work, but then I get in my head about am I not doing the right thing? Oh, so. Yeah.
We all go through that. So to kind of give you my background, so I've been doing this for almost 16 years. So I started when my youngest was a newborn. So she was my guinea pig.
Okay.
And so at first I started off as just doing this as to complement income. And then before I knew it, I was taking jobs here. I tried some of everything. And then I noticed that where I was in my life, I just love to be, I love newborns and family because that's where my kids were little. And then what I went to a workshop. It was like a convention. And this is when I was doing all kind of everything. I'm getting money here, no structure at all. And then what happened was I went to this guy's class and he said, do what you love. And I was like, you know what? I don't even remember what else he said, but he said, do what you love. And with the do what you love, I just, from then on, I said, I'm not going to do senior portraits because I don't like them. I'm hoping, I don't like doing outdoors. I'm hoping that it rains every time. So that's pretty much a cue that I should not be doing this. And then I just said, you know what? I love doing newborns. And that's when I was like, even if it may mean that I'm cutting off other streams of income, I think this is what I have to do because I don't like doing anything else. And so when I hear you, when you're saying, oh, I don't know, I kind of I have a niche, but you actually do know, because if you just really just shoot a lot of things, you notice that there are some things that you like and some things that you don't like as much, on a scale from 1 to 10, you can tell this is an 8, this is a 2. So you want to gauge kind of like that. And I too definitely went over I had that same, I think they call it imposter syndrome. I think it is, where it's you look at people and you're like, well, I suck, and so kind of got to go over all of that. So do you have your questions for me?
I don't have any questions. I thought it was going to be a classroom setting. I was waiting.
Okay.
I just want to listen and learn.
Okay.
And when you say do what you love, I love natural light photography.
Yes.
I don't really care for flash photography, and I think it's because it's not as warm.
Yes. Yeah.
And somebody posted something on Instagram last week, and the way she described her love for natural light, I was like, that's how I feel, but I didn't have the words to articulate it like that. Because there's a photographer in DC, her name is Dee Finney, I follow. She only does natural light, and her work is gorgeous. And so I feel like sometimes the other photographers on Instagram, they'll say, well, if you don't do flash, you're not a real what? But you should do what you love.
Exactly.
And, you know, everything will fall into place. And so sometimes I get in my head. I'm an overthinker. Yeah. Sometimes I get in my head about what I see. But, you know, I do see the work of photographers that do flash photography. It's beautiful, but that's just not what I love. Yes. Like, I admire it, but that's just not where my heart is, because I love being outside, even indoors with natural light through the windows, the way it falls on you. You know, it's just gorgeous. Like, I'm thinking about somebody sitting right there with the light.
Yes, 100%. 100%. Yeah. So this is what, the way that I had my studio at first, I had a wall right here because I didn't really necessarily, and I shot this because I like to do studio light. Yeah. I like natural light, but I don't know. But now I've recently fallen back in love with natural light, and that's why I have a lot of clients who like the softest, because there is definitely a difference between the feeling of studio light and the feeling of natural light. Natural light gives it's more emotion to it. Yes, it's more emotion, it's more candid. You catch the soul of the person. And so, yeah, that's definitely, for sure. And you will see that it's just basically, that's just follow what you love and you just kind of fall into place. So yes, normally there were actually 2 other people here, but
that's fine.
But you know, but the thing is, it's good because now I can just talk to you and I can interact with all of the questions that you may have. So what do you think is stopping you from turning your business into not a hobby, but more of like a profession?
I think what's stopping me is me overthinking in the competition, not feeling like I'm good enough, or like having my work critiqued so much that maybe it's just the outside validation, right? So I've done things that have been celebrated, and that's good for me. Yeah. But then I see other things like, oh, well, maybe I'm not as good as that. Yeah. And I just keep, you know, doubting myself. Yeah. So I guess it's for me just knowing that I'm good enough and having reassurance in that, and not needing outside validation. Yeah. Because it's my eye, is what it's my interpretation of what I see as beauty. You know, it doesn't have to look like anyone else's. It's my interpretation. This is what I enjoy. This is what I want to show. You know,
100%. So 100%. Yeah. So thank you. So the good thing is, in photography, since everything is subjective. Yeah. The good thing is you don't have to care. I don't want to say care about what other people think, but what I notice is that I fell in love with what I do, and what you need to do is just what I recommend. If it looks good to you, that's all that matters.
And then how it makes people feel. I remember, like, I have not old clients, but clients that I worked with before, friends that turn into clients, you know, vice versa. And so I remember this one time it was her birthday party. We were at the Gallery Gashard. I did photos for her birthday, everything, right? We are still friends to this day. And one year, she sent me a picture of her mother that I took at the birthday party. She was like, Tracy, thank you so much for this photo of my mother. We used it on her obituary. And I was like, oh my God, I had no idea your mom passed. Yeah. And just that, you know, her mom looked so happy in that photo. So for me, it was like those moments
100%
that people remember me for. And then she asked me about taking photos for her brother's birthday 2 years from now. I'm like, girl, that's like, that's, you know, so it's just like, I enjoy being able to add joy to someone's life through photography. Yes. And so they had that moment to look back on, because now, you know, we're in an age where photography doesn't seem as valuable, but we can look back decades ago and see how, you know, people took photos. And she probably looking for this like,
I don't know. Oh, that is. Yes. Let me just go ahead. So, just getting to know everyone. So this is Tracy.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
All right, Lisa. Yep. So just kind of going over everything. And well, since you just get started, let's have you introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I have been a photographer kind of my whole life, but I I was in business from 2010 till COVID, and now I'm lifeguarding and teaching swimming lessons and doing shoots kind of on the side. And Naja is a model of how to do business. Like, I am good at the interaction and getting photos, but I am not so good at the business. So you are.
Oh, thank you. It was
to learn everything I can.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just telling Tracy that it's just basic. Well, they say that it's a mindset, but yes, that's true. But one thing that I would say for you, because what we were talking about is that Tracy has she doesn't really like she sees other people's stuff and it just kind of like her feels down. So the cure for that is do not look at other people's work.
Don't follow others.
So you follow the photographers that make you feel good.
That resonate with you.
Exactly. And not just necessarily resonate. It's the photographers that make you feel good. Because I remember the ones that you want to follow, the photographers that inspire you, that make you feel like, you know what? I can have exactly what she had and more. Or because I remember going through that too, where I was following this particular photographer, and every time I saw her stuff, it just made me feel awful about my work, horrible about my work. And I'm like, because I want what she has, but I was like, my work sucks. I cannot, there's no way that I can get to that level. And I was like, I did not unfollow her because she worked for that follow, just like all of us. So I just hid her. But I didn't do it to be mean. I did it because I needed, for my own, for my own self-value. Because I'm like, she just makes me feel so bad about my work. And the thing is, you have everybody. If your work looks good to you, that's all that counts. Period. Because then eventually, what's going to happen is people are going to resonate with your work and how you think and how you view the world, and they won't question your value. So just little steps by that. That would be step number one. And because when we're at the beginning stage, we tend to, kind of just like we're trying to look for inspiration, but we're kind of misguided because we're looking in the wrong places to see like, God, I would love what they're doing, but their stuff is amazing. But that's actually only just your perception, because that photographer surely doesn't even know what they're doing either. We're all learning. It's everybody, this is our first time doing all of this, so first time living. So just things like that. And Lisa, did you have any questions?
It seems like my first step was learning to value my unique eye.
Yes.
And I didn't see how my eye was so different. I guess before that, I was just focusing on everything. Like, take a picture of buildings that look cool, people that look cool. And I went to a workshop and the guy was like, you're keyed into kids, like kids' joy, kind of. And it was like, oh, I do. Like, that's what feeds me and makes me happy.
Yes. And
I'm not really even on social media. Like, I haven't been good about updating or anything. But like, you're so good at packaging yourself so that you're offering a specific thing. People know what they want. They know they can get it from you in a timely manner. I don't know, you're very good at, this is what I do. This is my package. You pay for it. They're fine with paying for it. Yeah. They want to pay for it. But seeing everything laid out and knowing exactly what they'll get, you make that look so simple and easy. And it's, at least for me, that is not like, I kind of am letting people say, oh, I'm interested in this or this. I need to figure out how to simplify.
Yes.
Like, you're so good at that.
Thank you. So so it's just a structure way. So the thing is, clients, they look to us as photographers to guide them. They think they know what they want, but in reality, they don't. So even if it's at the very simple, basic level of telling them, like, you can have just an idea of what you want, like, just kind of write down what you want on paper. What would you, if you were the client, if you were your own client, what would you want? Tracy, what would you want if you were your own client?
Let me just say this first. Melissa, when she came in and said, Lisa,
That's
I'm sorry.
fine.
That's
Lisa,
fine.
when she said photographer, I also have to stand in saying that for myself. I'm a photographer and not feeling like an imposter because of how everybody else photographs the world. So, yes. So the question, so thank you for that.
The question, if you were your own, I'm going to ask you the same question too. If you were your own client,
yes,
what would you want?
I would want portrait sessions or headshot sessions in natural light, with the option to.
So I will stop you here.
Okay.
Portrait or headshots, either or.
Use one. Okay.
Either or. Those are two different markets.
And I think that's one of the things I struggle with. I don't want to be available to everybody.
Exactly.
And I think that's where I get lost at also. Because I like some events. I don't like all. Yeah. And I like doing portraits. I don't really care for headshots. I honestly do not.
Nix it.
Okay.
Done.
But I thought that's what I like. But I actually do like portraits instead of headshots.
Okay. So
that's a start.
Yeah, that's a start. First and foremost, you have to have an ideal client, an avatar. Okay. You can still take headshots. Like, I don't like headshots. I still take them every now and then if I need a little cash. You know, I will do it, but that's not my market. Yeah. My market is family and babies and all of that fun stuff. But you have to have an avatar. For me, my avatar is, I would say that it's a mom. She's married. The income is about $200,000 and up. She may be the first time mom. She may be having or she may have 2 kids or 3 kids, and she may be suffering from mom guilt. So I know you don't have kids. You have kids. Okay.
17. I keep saying she's 17. She's 16 and I have a 22-year-old son.
Okay. Yeah. So let's say your son, he got all the pictures. And I'm speaking from my own experience. Yeah. My son got all the pictures. He was the first, yada, yada. My second came, and now I'm feeling mom guilt because I have to the motivation is not the same that it was to get all of his pictures because he was the first. My third came, bless her. And I basically I did it because now I got she's not going to have any memories. Yeah. So I have that mom guilt that I have to overcompensate to make sure that she gets what she needs because my son got everything and it was effortless. Mm-hmm. So this is my avatar, and she values pictures. She does not mind spending money on whatever it is that she wants. She's going to find a way. Mm-hmm. There you go. Because that's my avatar. Now I have people who come in like beat up cars, who come in whatever. It doesn't matter because if they see the value, they're going to spend the money. Yes. So with that in mind, let's continue your workshopping your ideal client and your ideal person. So your client you're doing portrait, yes?
Portraits, I love portraits.
Okay. Now, what would you want if someone came to yourself? What would you want as from you? What would you want? You're the client, but you're yourself coming to see you.
Telling them what I want.
Yes. Okay. What would you want as a client that will come see you?
I want portraits taken of me with my children. Yes. Enjoying friends. Just, I think that's.
Okay. How much do you make as the client coming to see you?
Ask them. Okay.
Ask them. Not as you. I'm not in your pocket. But
no.
Ask them coming to see you.
Ask them how much they ask them what their budget is.
Yeah. Now we're creating your avatar, your perfect client. Okay. So what does she like? So apparently she wants pictures with her family. Mm-hmm. What's her budget for your pictures? What's her budget?
Her budget is, I'm just saying $1,000.
Okay.
Is that too much?
It's definitely not too much. That's actually on the lower end.
Okay. Yeah. And she wants to take, I want to take portraits outside, near the things that I love, like the water, flowers, really bright and happy places.
So she loves nature.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Is she married?
She is not.
Okay.
She's not married. She enjoys being around friends and good energy and music. And
yes.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. So now you have that perfect avatar. So hold on to her. I'm going to go to Lisa. So who is yours?
I think my ideal client is parents who can afford photos, beautiful photos, like walls of photos, and whose kids might not be completely comfortable with the idea, because I'm really good at helping people get comfortable pretty quickly. And
side note, she took my kids' pictures. Amazing. Amazing.
Like, I'm really good at drawing them out kind of so that it doesn't look posed. And like, I did a shoot yesterday with Cora Sherman, Margot Sherman's sister, who really didn't want senior photos. And her mom, I just sent a couple from 2013 and then a couple from yesterday. And the mom's like, oh my God, you know, like seeing her jump, like her face from this little whatever to, I did get to draw her out. It's like, I live for that, you know, kind of the same. So maybe a small group of people that I've been in a relationship with for a long time. And I love to watch like the kids grow and change. And it's getting to the point where some of my like clients and friends who had kids back in 2010 and other stuff, they're out of college now. So like they're going to start having kids in the next 10 years, possibly 5 years.
So what's their income? Sky's the limit. You can say they're making $5,000. That's fine.
Like there are families that are making more than that.
Yeah.
Like, and they keep coming back to me, and that's like hunting me down. I have not made it easy. So I want to open the lines of communication so that they don't have to hunt me down. They don't have to follow up to buy pictures. Like they know what they want. And I should be able to basically say, here's what you want. Just like make it as easy as possible to just pay the money, and they want their pictures and they want what I give them, but I have so much like static and other stuff.
So that's simple. So within that static, as you said, there is an ideal client. The only thing that you need to do is just basically it's structure. But structure actually starts with how comfortable are you to start charging? You can take baby steps. So are you comfortable? Have you made money in your photography?
When I spoke earlier about the money, like sometimes that takes the fun out of it for me, because I find that some people don't want to pay for photos, but they'll pay for other things. And that's where I just stopped. Like I just took a whole year off. I was like, I'm not doing this because people don't want to pay. Even like for a session, like a portrait session where I had to rent the studio, it was like $350. They didn't want to really, so, and I felt like the photos were great.
Yes.
But still,
So let me tell you something. So tell both of you. So that you the fact that you said that people won't pay, that's a story. That's just a story that you're telling, because they will. They absolutely will. And people follow your lead. Remember what I said? They follow your lead. And if you're coming in and you're like, oh my gosh, it's like that. So here's the thing. How can I say this? People are, once you finally make the decision to up your standards of what kind of clients you're going to accept, then everything else follows. So you won't, at the beginning, I remember I had clients no show. Like I did all of this stuff. This was at the time I didn't have a studio. I worked from my basement. They're just so they would no show. Okay, so now like, okay, I have to do a booking fee or a session fee. And then I did that. That's when I kind of got a little more respect. But then after people are coming in, the hair not done. They're going to do hair and makeup at my no. No, like, no. So once, like, clients, you basically teach them how to treat you. There, you are the leader and you're teaching them what you tolerate is what they're going to get away with. So with that, and don't take the money out of it, because there's a lot of money that can be made. We are talented people. We're talented artists. And so you just have to definitely get paid for your art. Yeah, don't take the money out of it. Don't take the money out. You have the talent, you should get paid for it. And because not only just the benefit for you, look at what you're giving the world, what you're doing for these families. That deserves to be paid for. It's something that, yes, I mean, money is a part of it, unfortunately, fortunately, but we need to get paid for our art. And so don't take money out, because that's a fear story. It's a story that's based in fear that, you know what, I'm just not even going to touch it because I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want to be, whatever is the story behind it. But people will absolutely pay for your pictures. It's just that once it clicks that you're not going to tolerate them disrespecting you and disrespecting your time and disrespecting this, they won't do it anymore. Some people, not all of my clients, but because I am a very nice person, I'm soft-spoken. I've had a few that will kind of like try to, take advantage of it. Oh, I didn't know, you knew, but when it comes to money, I turn on, this is to feed my family. So don't play with me kind of energy. I'm very, very nice, but sometimes like photographers have like a bad rap where they think that we're like starving artists and that we'll accept anything because we are photographers and whatever. But once you embody, it's all a process of embodying too, of embodiment. When you embody that photographer that you want to be and you exude that energy, that your energy, have you ever gone into a room and you can pretty much know if you're going to like that person or not, just based off their energy. So your energy introduces you before you even open your mouth. So your energy introduces you even when like a sales, like in photography, they might say like, oh, I probably can get away with this, or I can probably get away with this but when you present that energy that this is my career. So when you decide, you make that decision, you can't. So here's the thing, when you're like on the fence, right? You have one leg over here, you have one leg over here, you're getting the same results. Am I doing so? You either got to jump into the embodiment of being that photographer, or you're just going to be, both are fine if that's what you want to do. But if you want to take a chance at doing what you really, really love, it's just hop on the other side and just give it a try. Just give it a try little by little. You can just try, but the thing is, so I've always had more of a strong personality, like just from the beginning, like I'm a very, very, very determined person. But now I know everybody has their own, everyone is different, and that's fine. So this came easier for me. But the thing is, confidence is something that even if you don't necessarily have it at the beginning, you build upon it. You have one client that comes and they try some stuff and you stand up for yourself and they respect it. Guess what? Now that's another coin in your memory bank that now I know, and then I'm going to take that, and the next person is going to get away with less and less. And you're building up your confidence to actually be that professional that you want to be. And then after, money will follow, because that's just how it is. Have you ever seen, like, I'm sure you've seen photographers that are not as talented as you, that seem like they're just making so much, or people are just like, oh my God, your pictures are beautiful. And you're like, for real? But it's because it's not the pictures. it's what's going on behind the scenes of how confident they are. And that's what people respond to.
The feeling.
Exactly. They respond to what you give out, what you put out. Exactly. So
yeah. I don't think I'm a game player, and I was not living in Chicago, and I'm not trying to play hard to get. I actually have like no free time, but people, you might kind of put in your head like playing hard to get, like I'm not just available to anyone. They have to regard me as special and want what I have,
yes.
In order to get the people that will respect you. Like I do like value my talent, but I'm living in my childhood bedroom in my parents' house. Like I do not have it financially together, but I have paid off a ton of different stuff that I had. So it's way better. But in terms of like structuring a package or 3 packages, and you know, this is the shoot, and you come in for the in-person appointment, and we'll get you however many framed prints because they want to put them on their wall. Like there will be people. Definitely treat yourself well. And I've had some muses, like girls who I babysat for when they were little, and that's how putting pictures on Facebook in like 2008, then people are like, oh my gosh, like we want to hire you. But that's how because I didn't go to school for photography, that's how I experimented with different looks and stuff. And then by putting it out there, people who specifically wanted that, like came to me. So
yeah, no, that's really good. That's exactly, it's
the mindset of like heart, like I'm special. And
exactly. Yeah. It's all the mindset where you do have to give off that energy. And the thing is, as I was saying, the energy introduces you before you even say a word. It's also in regards to what you were saying, like with the packages and everything like that. One thing that is less talked about is the, yes, mindset, but you have to go behind the scenes in order to address what the issues, what is actually blocking you, because you can have all the strategies in the world that you want. But if you don't have the capacity to hold those strategies, nothing will stick. You have to so I learned this because I was pretty successful. Like I've had a successful career, but then after the pandemic happened, and so in my case, well, I mean, everybody's case, like business shut down and everything. But then on top of that, I had a nervous breakdown, just a nervous breakdown. Then after, like, I had health issues. And then I ended up, because of the health issues, I had like a nervous breakdown, and I just like didn't care about anything. However, what was very interesting was while my inner world was crumbling, photography, my business took off. Like people could not have enough of my pictures. That's where I made the most money. And I was like, this is just so interesting because I really don't care. For real, like I don't care. Like I don't even want to get out of bed, but I have to drag myself to the studio because people were just like, everybody was getting the biggest package. And I was like, I actually wish I was happy about this, but I don't care. And so that made me pause because I was like, so I do know that there's the fact that it's happening because I have let go and I don't care. So now all of my blessings are coming because there's no resistance. But I was like, why is this? Why though? And I started figuring out, I was like, I need to learn how to structure, because at this point, my business was getting too big. I was getting I was working too much. Basically, I was working too much. I didn't want to work. Like the goal is to make more and work less. And I was like, I have to find a strategy. So I ended up investing in a course on how to structure my pricing and everything. and it worked. But I'm just like, now I'm all in my head and I'm like, why is it working? Now I'm trying to figure out why is all of this working. And I just realized that once everything, all of the blockage, the resistance is gone, now you can really build what makes sense. And I see that so I see my breakdown as the fact that I was starting from zero, and now I can just kind of build and understand why I'm successful. And now I know why I'm successful. It's not the pictures, it's not the talent, it's the mindset. My mindset was, it was a hard reset button. But the thing is, once you get under, because I had to do a lot of inner work to kind of clear all of that stuff. And once it was clear, now I understand why. And I see that people, on the internet, they love to say, this is a strategy that you need to do this. Yeah, all of those work. Any strategy work, but you have to go underneath and see why am I like kind of sabotaging myself? Have you ever guys felt like you were like kind of sabotaging?
Oh, definitely.
And so you're like, why am I sabotaging?
Okay if I get my notebook?
Absolutely. So it's like you just wonder, why am I sabotaging myself? And then you just kind of go through the stories of, everybody has a story. Everybody has a story of hurt. Everybody has a story that makes them how they are now. The thing that you need to do, though, is to not like go and unpack all the way to childhood, because that's like a lot. It's heavy. But just see like, well, maybe this happened and now I have to protect myself because this cannot happen anymore. And speak to that part of you. So that's like, I do mirror work. Have you guys ever heard of mirror work? So mirror work is just basically you either get in a mirror, or I actually put a video on social media about this. So you get in a mirror, or you take your cell phone and you look at yourself. At the beginning, it was so hard for me to do because I was like, I don't want to say I didn't like what I saw, but I saw the hurt. I saw the hurt while looking at myself in the mirror. So the first few times was only like, I could only do it like 30 seconds. Then I was just too uncomfortable. But now I can actually have full-on conversation, or I just pull out my cell phone and I record. And I just like, I'm so proud of you. Mm-hmm. And I understand why you did this. And I understand, and I want to talk to you and let you know that. And I'm talking to the part of me that hurts the most, and say, I understand why you're being so loud because you're trying to protect me, but you don't have to protect me as loud. You don't have to protect me so hard. And try and make it little by little, because it's a process depending on whatever happened in all of our lives. And just be gentle with that part and say it's okay to just like lower down. Like I really, like you could say, I don't know, like for example, I'm going to use you. You're like, I really think I want to try and make this a career. Do you think you can let me take that chance? You're going to get an intuitive yes or no. And it might be so little. The voice is going to be so low. But like, do you think I can take this chance? Yes. Okay. So do you think it's okay if I do this? No. You're like, why? Why? And you're actually going to get an intuitive answer. And if you don't, you just got to be patient when you can come back to that question. But the thing is, you have to kind of just like, you can't just be like washing dishes. Like, hey, you have to like intentional and sit down, quiet, and have conversations with yourself. Some people, like, you can even help with ChatGPT, I
haven't ventured on to talking to
honestly, chat has sometimes become my therapist, like straight up, I'm talking
That's
stuff out.
To a lot of people.
Yeah, it is. And just go within yourself. We all have the intuitive answers within ourselves, and why things are, why are you, and then you can even ask it, why are you stopping me? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid? What are you protecting me from? and you're actually going to get an intuitive answer. What are you protecting me from? And like, I remember doing it one time and it said, I'm protecting you from falling on your face. And I was like, but okay, I respect that. But is it okay if we still try? And I take you along with like, I'm not bulldozing and forcing this, because if you try and bulldoze and force something past your nervous system, what it's comfortable with, it's going to like abort. You're going to sabotage. You're going to, like, we try to force outcomes, but if our nervous system is not ready for it, it's just going to say no, because it is the one, its main, it doesn't, the goal of the nervous system is not to help us dream, it's to keep us safe. And so it's like, if I don't feel safe, this is going to be a no. And so just little steps like that you can kind of just start talking to, and then you're going to see that you're going to find the courage to just do. But the number one step before any strategy is to work on why is it that I'm stuck? Why is it that I'm stuck? And then once you figure that out, then you start, it's really about, it's all a process. What I've learned is that it's a process of self-love. It's a process of self-trust, because we've tried so many things that we, in turn, like a lot of times, we don't trust ourselves. It's a question of not trusting ourselves, because I don't know, I can only speak for myself. Like I've tried so many things, or I'm like, I'm going to do this. And then after I kind of break my promise to myself because I don't do it. So why would I trust myself? Because I'm just going to not trust. I'm just not going to do it again. So it's a pattern of self-love and like, we're a team. You and you are a team. You and you are a team. Yeah. That's it. So you guys, you eventually want the same thing. So just try. What is it, do you think, that you're afraid that's blocking you?
I think what's blocking me is just my own self-doubt, feeling like I can be consistent in doing it. So I enjoy my full-time job. I want to be able to do photography on the weekends and, be consistent and not doubt myself, and not doubt whenever I say this is the price, and, just be happy in that space. Yeah. So I get in my own way. I get in my head when I compare myself to other people. Yeah. And then I try to say, well, like I said before, I don't want to be available to everybody. Yes. But sometimes I get in my head and say, well, maybe I should be available to everybody. No, that takes me all over the place. Absolutely not. You want to be exclusive. Yes, and I think that's what I have a hard time doing. So when we talk about portraits, there's so many things that fall under portrait photography. Yeah. So I know, like, I can imagine me doing like lifestyle photography or portraits for a family out in the park, because that's what they enjoy doing, or portraits of someone in a bookstore, enjoying. Yeah. So I know I want to do portraits. Yeah. Thanks to you in this workshop. Yeah. I want to do portraits. I know that I need to stick with what I love, like you said, natural light. Yeah. And so now I just need to do the mirror work. Yeah. And stay consistent and bet on me. Yes. Yeah.
The more you bet on you, the more people are going to respond, because it's this whole new energy that people are like, oh my God, I need some of that. And in your name is collection, right? Yes. So it's exclusive already within the name collection. If I hear the name of your business, I'm not expecting $50. Yeah. I'm expecting something that's high level, that's exclusive, that I want the photographer that matches that name, that energy that your name is. I want that experience. I want that photographer for me.
Yeah. It's just like a collection of joy and love.
Exactly.
That's what my intention is, usually in the photo session, but sometimes I fall short.
Yeah. So make sure you just, so portrait, I know what you mean by portrait, a whole bunch of stuff falls underneath it, but you make it mean what you want. Yeah. Like I was, at first I was like, I'm a maternity newborn photographer. Now maternity newborn is everything that basically I do everything that can be done here. Mm-hmm. I'm a portrait photographer. Right. But your portrait photography could just be natural light families, bam. Yeah. It's a portrait. you don't have to like make it seem like it's a whole bunch. So yeah, and then so for you, so what are you planning on doing to kind of help to make some clarity, get some clarity?
I've been in touch with some people at the Lycée, like Julia Press. And I think doing a lot of people, like a lot of kids in a short amount of time is really like helpful for me because I don't get bogged down in having hours of pictures, you know, or something. So in terms of it being streamlined, like even if I opened the studio for a couple hours and did appointments like every 15 minutes, you know, I don't know, like once a month or something, because I do get bogged down in the editing. And there's something about like also the energy of like, okay, sit down. Okay, let's go. You know, and that is kind of different from the recalcitrant, you know, senior in high school who needs to be drawn out more. But I think in order to make money, it would be better to do more volume type of like, not volume, but, and also to get back into, yes, I'm here, I'm available to do shoots. I don't know, it seemed like doing the high schoolers or something might be a good idea to get back into that.
Yeah. So here, this is just something that's like just a side note. You mentioned editing. One thing that kind of helped me tap into just being of the idea of making money, and it might seem counterintuitive, is that I have an editor. I hire somebody to edit for me to give me my time back. And when I started doing this, it was actually really kind of scary for me because I didn't want, I was like, I don't want to share my money. Like, I don't want to have to pay somebody. But the thing is, when I hired an editor, more people started coming to me. And because I don't know, it's the
You're more available.
Yeah, exactly.
Mentally.
Exactly. And then, you know, money is energy. And money is energy. And so it's circulating. So that's how, what I would say to myself is like, okay, yeah, I'm spending this money, but I'm actually helping somebody else. And this money's going to come back to me. And so even if it's just, you don't have to hire an editor for all times, but these are just like little tips that you can do to kind of help you get into the embodiment of that future photographer, not future photographer, the photographer that you are now. It's like you're treating this as a business. I know you say you have another job, a real job for now, but what if you could actually turn photography into your career? Would you like that? I mean, I don't know. Maybe you love your job. I mean, I don't know. What is your end game for photography?
My end game is to actually be able to do that when I retire. Like, let that be my retirement plan, my retirement income, in addition to, you know, retirement.
Yeah.
So, like, travel and take photos of families, portraits when traveling at resorts, of, you know, be the resort photographer. That's mine.
Okay, and then Lisa, you needed to. What's your end game?
Well, so I'm lifeguarding, and so I have to take physical tests every year, and with 16-year-olds and 20-year-olds, and it's like I'm 56. Like, the retirement age used to be 55 for lifeguards, and then they boosted it up to 65 so they didn't have to give, you know, retirement benefits. But like, there's a window that's closing. If I can't pass the 8 laps in under 3 minutes 30 seconds, like, I can't keep my job. So it's also a matter of like, in every way it would be best for me if I could do it in a way that's financially beneficial for me to be doing the portraits. Like, I love it. I am good at it. I have people, and it is totally internal, like, oh, I don't need money or something. I don't know what, like, it's something. And my first babysitting job ever, I was in like 6th grade, and I was so excited to make money. And I babysat for like 5 hours for this family down the block. and the mom paid me in cookies. And my mom said, "Oh, you were so dejected. Like you were so," which I should have gone back and said, like, "No, I want money." I like that has colored seriously my entire life. Like I was so excited to make some money. Mm-hmm. And they weren't even cookies that I liked. It was like,
and they were garbage cookies.
Right. Like I didn't like raisins or nuts, and both were in there. And it was so disheartening. Like it really, really had a big effect. And I sort of think I've been questioning my value since then.
And it can come from something as trivial as that.
And I was so sure, like, oh, I'm responsible. They're hiring me to, babysit their 2 kids. And then it was like, does not compute. Like, how are they not paying me?
Yeah.
And that I didn't say anything. I just went home and like cried. So even though that was like, I don't know, 45 years ago, it is like I've been questioning my value and kind of like, oh, I guess I don't understand financial rewards. Like I should only expect cookies. Yeah. And on a very deep level, like even I see that couple a lot because I'm back living with my parents, and the couple still lives on the block, even though their kids are like in their 40s. Yeah.
Like, do you remember the cookies that you paid me?
Right. I should have asked. And they hired me to do family portraits like 2 years ago and paid me the full amount. Yeah. But that didn't, get rid of the whole, no. Yeah. But it's still, it shook me. Is there something, and then I was mad at myself for not expecting, or I was mad at myself for expecting to get paid like a regular babysitter. And it's so stupid, but I think it still affects me.
Yeah, it's not, that's actually not stupid at all. It's not stupid at all because it's things like that. I can't remember what age our brains are developing to like, it's like what, 25, what is it? 25. Oh, she's learning that in school. It's 25. So our brains are really and memories like that actually turn to core memories. And so it's
I was like 12 or 11 or 12. I don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was the first babysitting job.
And so what's good about what you said is that you actually know the root. You know the root. So now you can actually, you don't have to go digging. You can just kind of go and try and heal that by showing yourself that you are valuable, just by doing little things that, rewarding yourself, just little itty bitty things. And it's the self-reward. Like, I don't need anybody to validate me. I don't need anybody to validate my worth. I can go and even treat myself to a coffee. I can go treat myself to whatever because I freaking deserve it. And you're just building that muscle of self-worth where eventually what's going to happen is you don't need it from anybody. So the thing is, like, in my case, yes, I mean, everybody wants to be liked. I mean, I'm human too, but it's not that, I don't say it's not that important, is that I'm comfortable with if someone does not like me. It's okay. I mean, it is okay because I have plenty of people that do like me.
Focus on what's
exactly. And as long as you're integrated and like, I like myself, I'm doing everything the way I think I should be doing stuff.
Yeah. And so you just have to tell that key of your story of the cookies, once you get past and you can actually, it's not even that from this is outside listening in, it's, you said it yourself that you're like kind of mad at yourself that you were expecting something. So you almost would have to go down, and again, I'm not a psychologist or anything, but go back and forgive that little person, forgive that little version of you. It's okay that you were expecting something because you did a freaking good job and you deserved it. You deserve to get paid. And it's okay to be disappointed. It's okay but that's no longer. Now you get to tell a different story. So yeah, that's just, but little things like that, if you go back down, you can see why am I stopping? To me, that is what may be stopping you. well, you probably have another, we all have different lives, but can you pinpoint something that maybe?
So I was raised down south.
Okay.
The Bible Belt.
Okay.
So you know how, like, have you ever heard that scripture, money is the root of all evil?
Yes. Yeah.
My mom would say stuff like that. And so when I became an adult, this was like in my 40s, I was like, oh my gosh, that's like an issue with accepting money. Even when people, they would say, well, Tracy, I'm going to give you a tip too. Like, I would be like, you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Or, just like accepting money, Recently I did a birthday party for my friend. Her mom turned 80. And I said, oh, Trina, you didn't have to give me a tip. Why are you, putting your hand up against money? It's energy. Like, you are sharing your gift.
Yes.
And you're getting paid for it because they value you. So what is your problem, Tracy? Like, you earn money. Yeah. You can help. You can use it. It's a tool.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's so interesting. I'll take the microphone.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so interesting how it's like you are almost, you're telling money, please stop. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you because I don't want you because you're evil. Yeah. Money is the root of all evil, and you're evil, and I don't want you.
Yeah. Now there's been some jobs that I did not take because I feel like all money is not good money. So there's been things I will not program.
Yeah. And while I do agree that not all money is good money, it's good money if it feels good. Yeah. So, if somebody, you can actually just start when you're doing jobs. If someone says they want to tip you, you just say, thank you. Thank you so much. And I remember I had to teach myself this when I had my son. So everyone, of course, I'm going to say my son was gorgeous. He was the prettiest baby in the land to me. And so and people would tell me all the time, they would stop me in the street and say, oh my God, he is so cute. And I was like, I didn't know how to accept it. Then I'm like, you know what? Thank you. Yeah. He is cute. And so that's how I learned to accept compliments. And you just basically teaching yourself to, like, if someone wants to tip you, thank you. Yeah. I deserve it. So thank you. I receive it and I thank you. Thank you, money, for coming. Thank you, Mama.
And they're showing their appreciation.
Yeah. And so thank you.
You'll have a better relationship with money.
Yes, absolutely. And it's because by thinking like the root, money is the root of all evil. My husband actually has that mentality. So I'm trying to work on that with him. But because he was like, his father taught that, people with money were evil. So how can you, if you have this message, how can you actually accept money because you're told that it's evil? Yeah. So, money is it's a tool, and thank you. I love you, money. Yeah. So someone tips you, oh my God, thank you. Thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Please let more come. Yes. So.
Can I ask a question? Because you guys might, so my mom is very restrictive with herself, like with food, with money, with everything. Like her, aunts used to give her money and she would not spend anything. And they were like, Meg, please, like, spend some money. Growing up, I would try to emphasize how much I wanted something. And I'd be like, Mom, like, this is not just a regular thing. Like, I need it. And she's like, oh, Lisa, what would you say? You don't need that. You want that. And like, she'd laugh at me and say, you don't actually need that. Like, it's not okay to have needs or that my needs are actually much smaller and I was wanting too much. And that's another core thing. It's like, okay, what's a need? What's a want? Like, am I asking for too much? And so in terms of putting forward like pricing and like, as long as people know ahead of time what they're paying, they're fine with it. Yeah. And sometimes it's like, well, do I tell them? Like, of course you tell them you know,
Yeah.
and they'll be like lay it out clearly. They won't come to you if they aren't okay with it. But I haven't upped my prices in like 12 years.
Yeah.
So,
so for that, what I would recommend is if money is an issue where you're like really uncomfortable with charging and everything like this, what you want to do is you concentrate on the value that you can give them. So for me, it's like, again, you put yourself in the shoes of that client that's coming to you. If you were the client, what would you want? What would you want? And so the value comes from how you make them feel. So what can you put on the table that can make them feel so amazing that the price is a non-issue? What can you do? So I know you have a studio, right? Or okay, and you sometimes do. You have a.
I don't. I rent a studio.
Okay.
It's Mac the McCormick, not McCormick. It's on 35th Street.
Okay.
oh yeah, the arts.
Yeah, the art. And the guy that I rent from, he just moved to that place, that building. So and it's really beautiful.
And you have a studio too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It also has my like furniture and stuff in it. But yes, I do.
Yep. So the reason I say is that like I have my studio, and then what I do is I make sure. So I have snacks. I have anything that kind of make them feel like they're at home. But more than that, because I can do this at a Starbucks. I can just, because I'm me, I'm bringing myself, and I am just going to, like, I'm so excited for working with them, and I'm painting the vision, the picture of how it's going to look. And they fall in love with me because before they even see the price. And then once they see the price, they're like, I actually don't care I must work with her because she's like, sometimes the kids, they come and at a consultation and they see how the kids interact with me. They're like, I'm sold. Because not everyone knows, like my kid is so difficult, but oh my God, my kid loves her. So you just bring your best. And once you bring your best, that's how I always actually, even before I knew that this was kind of something to do, what I always said at the very beginning of my career was that I said, what I lack, this is what I legit said. I said, what I lack in talent, I make up in being nice. That's how I said, that's how I phrase it. What I lack in talent, I'm just going to make everything seem I'm going to package it so well that they're not going to see like because I wasn't as confident as I am now in my work, but I was like, I'm going to kind of like make it seem like all of this package, they're going to see all of this and I'm going to change their perception of what they think of my work, that it's like the best work. And it worked every time. It worked every time because I brought me. I didn't know what it was called, why package, that it was actually a framework, or a technique, but that's what, just bring you, and people will absolutely follow.
And that's kind of what we're in the business of doing, making people
exactly
feel good. And
exactly,
like, not many people in life are out there trying to make you feel and look good.
Feel good, exactly. And that's what you just make sure that's the name of the game. Then after their perception is altered, so they love your pictures because you made them feel beautiful. We love our kids, even if our kid isn't the cutest or whatever, but the kid makes you feel so it's like your perception is altered because of the circumstance.
It's not about what the person actually looks like. Is there
exactly
is their actual personality showing
100%, and that's actually the key. That's how to break the mold and kind of do that. So yeah.
For the first point, you said think about our ideal client.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Your avatar.
Okay, your avatar. And then number 2 was the price, the package. Okay. Yep. And then determine what it is that you want to photograph.
Exactly.
Okay.
Your niche. Shoot what you love. And literally everything else will fall into place. You can't, if you trying to shoot right and left because you need to make some money. There's nothing wrong with needing to make money, but you want to do whatever you do, you want it to be aligned with what you do. Because I've had times where I was like, I need some money. I'm going to just like offer some cheap sessions or whatever. But now I'm doing the sessions and I'm like resentful because I didn't want to do it in the first place. And it's like not what it's under my value, my self-value. And so I'm doing it, but I'm resentful. So if you want to do something like that, you have to make sure that you feel aligned to do it. Otherwise, you're just going to resent it. But definitely take on the jobs that you don't have to take. And I promise you, because it's not me promising, this is just law. If you stop doing all of these jobs that you don't necessarily like for money, that's eventually going to wear off. It's going to die down real quick. You're going to be tired. But if you say you only want to work with kids, your avatar is for kids between, I don't know, 3 and 10 years old. And it's with families who make $1 million a year. Why not? They out there.
An insane situation at the least.
Exactly. So, yep. So your avatar are these families that live in Ravenswood that make a lot of money.
And it's up to like seniors in high school.
Exactly. So your avatar is actually up to age 16, 17. And they are willing to invest into your pictures. They're willing to spend $1,000 and up per session. This is your avatar.
And they want some of those pictures in beautiful frames on their wall.
They love wall art.
Walking up the stairs, they can like look and be like, oh, I love that picture.
Exactly. And
they showed me the pictures from 10 years ago. Like, here we have, on the wall. Every time we walk up, we see them. They're our favorite
and
pictures.
So your avatar values pictures. They value memories. So that's your avatar. Now, can you take it again? Like I said, can you take people outside the avatar? Absolutely. But you know who you want to work with. And these are the people, once you have that, these are the people that you're going to be targeting when you post. So I do recommend you post like social media, because people love to share the pictures. And now people love to share my pictures. They love to tag me because they want other people to see that they work with me. So now that makes me seem like I have more value. I appreciate it.
And they're
but
like, whoa.
Right. They want to make sure. Exactly.
Yeah,
so it's just, they want to make sure. And like, if I don't post them, they like, when are you going to post me? I'm like, okay, calm down. But this is how that energy shifts. Yeah. And so you just make sure you keep with that avatar. And once
with babies, you have the parents full, like they want the pictures. With teens sometimes.
That's not true. That's not
really?
true. I've worked with clients who have spent a lot of money for senior pictures. I've had parents
like sometimes they have skin issues or something, and like Cora has eczema. So just in terms of, I don't think she would want me to post pictures of her.
But that's you assuming.
Oh, okay. So after showing her the edited ones, maybe she would want to.
No,
okay.
Never assume what is in people's wallets, and never assume what they're going to allow or not allow you to share. Now, the thing is, I never share my unedited pictures.
Right.
But I do show them the unedited pictures. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And then but never assume, because you don't know what's in someone's wallet, and you don't know what they would want you to, what they'll let you get away with. Pretty much.
They might be proud of.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been dealing with a year of eczema on my face, and it's getting better, and look, I feel good.
Exactly. Okay. So you just never know. Yeah, that's just pretty much it. That's like the basis of everything.
And do you sell wall art to every client?
Yes,
Like-
not everyone, because we're still in an era where people still are saying that they only want the digitals. But the key actually is to sell wall art. It's to sell products. If you
like
want to,
canvases and
yes,
frame
yes.
prints?
If you albums and everything, if you want to elevate what you bring in, you want to sell products, because digitals have unless you can sell the digital package for $5,000, I'm sure people do it, but otherwise there is a better margin, because the thing is, the most thing that has the most value are the digitals, because once you give them the digitals, guess what? They can do whatever they want. They don't need to come to you for prints or whatever. So they should be priced at the premium. But in order to price it at premium, you add products. So they feel like they're getting something tangible, and it makes more sense for them to spend more money because they're getting something.
And then they see it every day.
Exactly.
Instead of a digital, like on their computer that they don't.
Exactly.
Also focusing on that as the end goal. Like,
yes.
I'm focusing on the shoots and editing nice pictures. And then I'll be like, oh, well, yeah, you can order it through me, or you
always say you can order through me.
Okay.
Yes, they can absolutely order on their own, but you're coming to me. I'm your only option.
So you be the source.
Yeah, you just get everything through me. They obviously can. And once they leave you, they may, but while they're with you, I'm not advertising for nobody else. I'm not telling you can go to Walgreens. I'm not telling you can go get it somewhere. You can get it from me.
20 by 30 canvas.
You can get it from me. You don't have to go to Costco. You can get it straight from me. This is part of being exclusive. I take care of everything for you. You have nothing to do but to come and pick everything up.
And how fast is your turnaround?
For editing, or
no, for how quickly do you have the ordering session?
Oh, so the way that I do it is I have a session day. Then after I schedule the ordering session, within 3-4 days, just the time for me.
Same week.
Yes. And then I have them come back, and then we go over all the unedited pictures.
Okay.
They see all the unedited pictures. They look at whatever they want. I help them choose whatever they want, and then based on that, that's what they buy, and that's what I edit. Once I have their selection, it takes me about 3 to 5 days to deliver the edited versions.
So when they schedule the appointment, there's a booking fee.
Yep.
So they don't pay until they finish choose their portraits, or they pay in the beginning.
Yeah, let me tell you.
Okay.
So my process is it's a whole step. I start off with they inquire. Then after I lead them through email to a phone consultation. Once I have the phone consultation, we talk over what their vision is. That leads to an in-person consultation. Once they come to the in-person consultation, they see the studio, they're already in love. They come in, then in the back room, I have dresses and everything. So they love what they see. They're pretty much sold before I even open my mouth. They love what they see. Then after we sit down and we just basically kind of go over everything that we went over on the phone, but only it's in person. And then that's where I show them the pricing. And then after that, that's where they pay the booking fee if they want to move forward. And then after that, it's session day. And after session day, we meet again and I show them all the pictures. That's where they buy.
And is that usually they set up a session for the next week?
It really depends on my availability, honestly. So I try to get it within a week or two, just depending on.
So your turnaround for a client from inquiry to delivering canvases is all within a month.
Yes, exactly.
So also then you don't have a ton dragging over each other.
Right. But the goal too is I only take maybe 2 sessions max a week. The goal is to make more money and to work less. That's the key. You want to make more and work less. And so, that's pretty much what I do.
Do you set a certain amount of portraits and photos in the package? Or are you just...
So I do Are you asking like for the different packages or do like how I shoot for packages?
So when they come to see the photos,
yes,
and then you talk about the products,
yep,
like the books and the canvas prints, do you provide like a certain amount of images?
Yep. So I have 3 packages, and it just depends on what is included in each package, depending on what their budget is and what they want. Some people actually do honestly say that they only want digitals. And for those, I tell them they can have the digitals only, but the product comes with, so you can take your, I actually have people forfeit the products, which is, I'm like, even though they paid for it, but they're like, yeah, we just don't want it. We just want the digitals. That's fine too. But I
they not take it and give it to a grandparent?
Exactly. That's what I said. And they were like, no, we just want our digitals. So I'm like, okay. I mean, that's fine. But yeah, each, depending on what works for them, I have different packages.
So what would you recommend? Stick to 2 packages or 3?
3.
3. Okay.
You want to stick to 3 packages, with the middle package being the one that you want to kind of aim for them to get. So say when you're starting, you have a package when it's 500, 1,000, and 2,000. But you really want to, you start with what you want to make per session. Ideally, if you can make $1,000 per session, then that is your middle package. And then you base the other one, like you can do, say the lower package is $750, where you're like, $750, it doesn't make sense for me to go to $750 and I'm getting like only a couple pictures. So I'm going to upgrade to the middle package and get you what you want. You see what I mean? And now you have a package that's for the people that are above. They're like, I need all of my pictures and I need everything. But then that's where you have to see what your cost of goods are, how much money you can make once everything is like said and paid for.
And how many images do you shoot in a session?
Ooh, I shoot a lot. Just because I want to give them the most. I tell them I want to give them the most variety, which is true, but it's also in my benefit because they're going to love them all. So if I like say, because I've had clients that say, oh, I only want a look or 2. I'm like, that's fine. But you're going to get all these looks right here.
And also when you see them, some of them pop more than others.
Yeah, so I just make sure that I cover everything. I'm like, once they get to the shoot, they're like already, their mind is altered. They're like in a different place. And they're like, I want, as they're preparing for the shoot, they're bringing so many looks that they're overwhelming themselves. And I'm like, bring them on. The more looks you bring, the more you're going to spend. So I'm here for it. So yeah.
Like an hour session?
Hour. I only do an hour max. An hour max. Yep.
Okay. I remember having to, I booked the studio that I use now, and someone showed up 30 minutes late. I was like, oh, we only have 30 minutes left.
Seriously, yes.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I don't play with tardiness. Yeah. If they're so no, not for this. I don't play with, I don't play for tardiness. I give a 15-minute grace period. If they're after 15 minutes, their booking fee is canceled and you got to book me again because I'm not here.
They have to pay
They have to pay it again because I'm not here just to babysit air.
Yeah.
So, and that came from being, again, my clients, they taught me how to treat them. I got mistreated because, disrespecting my time.
And it gives them motivation to be like, okay, I better get my shit together.
Yes. Yeah. Like don't
over there.
I have to get over there because otherwise I'm losing my deposit or I'm losing my booking fee. And so yeah, but number one key, you are the one who tell them how to treat you. Mm-hmm. You set the standard.
And your studio is fabulous. I remember
Thank
when
you.
You guys were putting it together.
Yes.
You were like, we have the floor.
Yep. This whole studio was a disaster. It was a restaurant and it was all run down and so yeah, I've been here like, how long have I been here?
10 years.
10 years, something like that. Yep. So it's been a while, but yeah, I have all of my backdrops are hand painted. So this is something that not everybody has. I mean, you can get some different fake ones, but I work with a vendor who does them. And so, But yeah, I know you do natural light, so hone into the natural light, and like you both have beautiful eye for the work, and you deserve to be paid accordingly. But nobody is going to pay you if you don't believe in it yourself. You have to, like, even if you have to fake it. That's what I was saying at first. I'm like, I'm faking it till I make it. Like I was like, I would always say I'm a legend in my own mind. But I've sent it to me, but they didn't know. But I would like put that mask on before my clients, and I'm like, I know what I'm doing. And I was shooting in automatic. They didn't, but I was like, I was faking it. They would not know because I'm putting so I'm presenting myself as the person that I'm the boss. You're hiring me because you trust me. Mm-hmm. And there you go.
So will you be having more workshops?
Yeah, so I may be doing, because I really, really, really enjoyed this so much that I actually may. And I actually have a QR code in case either one of you, it's just a QR code with some information if you wanted to work more with me. So one option is I call it a VIP intensive. The VIP intensive is 2 to 3 hours. So these are through Zoom. So they're through Zoom, so 2 to 3 hours long. So we just go and we dial in to each of it. It's individual. You dial into your own, to whatever it is what your issues are. I help you with your pricing. I help you with your structure to get you on the way to doing exactly what you need to do, and move on from there. And then the other option is I call it a container. It's a 1 month container, basically, where you and I would be together. Again, it's individual, and it would be for 4 weeks. So you get like that one call, you get 4 of them. So it's a whole month. You'll be able to, this is where I will help you with like the consultation process. You definitely can do consultations for any kind of photography. You can probably do them even for headshots. I mean, because it's all about having them come to your world and to see themselves. And so basically I help coach you on the consultation process. I help coach you. We'll do simulations of like, you are you, and I'm the client that's coming to inquire about what you want. And I'm going to be asking like tricky questions and everything. So you can to prep you. And then we also, within that month container, you also have access to, it's through Telegram. So where you can text me any question. I just do voice memos, or we can just meet, whatever. So this is like full access to my brain for a month. And so this is where what I would say is it's the most beneficial, because when you're trying to make a leap to the next level, something like this, I did it by myself, but it takes forever. But if you can do it and you can have someone who's done it before kind of help make the process faster, and I can tell you exactly what you need to do, how to do it. And not only that, but I'm very much talking strategy here, but it's more than strategy what I want to teach you, because you have to go underneath. And so we'll be doing a lot of mindset work, just basically kind of uncovering those stories so we can uncover them, not for them to like haunt us, but to like set them free, because exactly, because when they're coming up, when they're like blocking us, it's just basically because they want to come up too and be free. And once those things are leveled, the goal is for you to be able to have the exact confidence that I have, and even more, that you can get the prices that you want, and that you have, like, for instance, you have that plan where you have your good job, and now you're putting everything into place for when it's time to retire. You already have that business that's already in place, and you just have to it's going to be a smooth transition. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to see that you may end up leaving your job sooner, because this is going to take over and be exactly what you want. And so that's the goal for me. And then for you, girl, who wants to be swimming 8 laps at 56? This is something that you can set yourself free.
Like I teach the adult learn to swim,
Mm-hmm.
and the tiny tots one, and I it's sort of a similar thing. Like people uncomfortable, like a situation that's uncomfortable and that people have trauma around.
Yep.
And trying to help them.
Exactly.
So it's actually very similar to the camera stuff.
Yep.
And I enjoy it a lot. But I'm the oldest one.
Yeah. But the thing
I did it when I was 16.
Right. And I'm not saying that like you can't do it. It's that, you want to like have the exact life that you want. You want to be able to maybe like move out of your parents' house,
and would love that too. And to have my own place.
Have your own stuff. And so this is what the goal is. I may be doing it. I really enjoyed this. So I'm so happy that you guys came. So yeah. And I really hope that you guys implement, or I gave you some information that you can. And then and you should. And this is and that's the goal. And like, so that's what I'm saying, where you get some of my energy, because I believe in you, and I believe in both of you. And so you just take this and just go head on and don't let the magic go. And then so I have the QR code if ever you want to go and click it. So, and here it is right here.
You said you had a breakdown. I think you had a breakthrough.
I did. My breakdown was my breakthrough. And so here it is right here. So this is valid until you just take it. It's valid until Tuesday. And if you guys, either of you decide to book with me before then I'll also throw in an extra strategy call where we just basically go over everything. I'll look at your pricing. I'll look at just like make it a strategy so we can make 2026 the year. Like, I can't believe it's like May. We're almost halfway through. And once you decide that it's time to make that change, everything you'll see that's just going to line up for you. So yeah, well, thank you so much, ladies.
And you're very inspiring.
Oh, well, I love that. Thank you so much. So what I want to do is, and again, like I said, I want to do these regularly. And this is like, I've been doing photography for, like I said, 16 years almost. And I know the path, and I want to help other photographers know it too. And my goal is to kind of create a quote unquote movement where it's like, to stop. I want photographers to stop being you don't have to be in the world of cheap, if that makes sense. Like the people who, there's a market for all kind of photography. There are people who only want $50 pictures. There are also people that want $5,000 pictures. And I want the photographer to help photographers see that actually could be your reality,
make a living.
Because that's my reality. And when I started, people were telling me that the market was so saturated and I would never make a career out of it. And I have a very lucrative career. Had I listened to them, I would just be in the pool where, everyone is fighting for scraps, where you want to tap into those clients that appreciate and that they're literally just waiting for you to see your own value. They're waiting for you to see it. People have spent Beyonce tickets like $3,000, $4,000 on an experience for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Why can't they spend that on some pictures that'll last of a lifetime? Because people see value and they spend money on what they want. So my goal is to help photographers see that they are it.